And I think we're up and recording. Good. Okay, so this is the in-class lesson, section 912. We're going to chapter 9, volume of prisms. Hey, you might want to listen to this. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try one more time. Thomas Edison said that. Thomas Edison was the first person to produce a light bulb. Woo! Without him, we wouldn't have light. We'd have candles. Okay, our objective is to calculate volume of prisms. Practice is a worksheet. You can find the worksheet at the end of this lesson for those people at home. You can either do it on a separate piece of paper or print it off. Right now, while I come around and check your assignment, would you please do these two warm-up problems? These would be algebra connection type problems that you would see on the test next Thursday. Can you do them? Why don't you try while I come around and stamp? Go. Worksheet? Yeah, I want to see what you got. I got number 5. Oh. No, I got that answer the second time. Not the right answer. That's all right. I mean, I got the same answer though, so that's good. What'd you get for an answer for 5? I agree with that. Do you have a question here? I saw a question. That's right. Okay. What'd you get? Yeah, that's the answer I got. I was wrong. See if I did it. My thinking was wrong. What'd you get? Okay. I don't know. Is that right or no? I think so. See if you guys want to
the rest of the year graduating. When was that?
Yeah, I got that. I got the wrong answer twice. I did 3 times. I think I got the right answer. No, it wasn't. No, that was number 5. Number 4, yeah. Oh, God, yes.
No, I had this.
You understand this one? That's this one. No, the brown one is hanging up. The answer is one of those on cheese. Yes. Right. Yep.
What are you talking about?
I'm sitting here figuring it out. That's a really tough problem. You're like, what do you mean it's not 0.75? It's not 0.75. You come up with the No, well, you have a chance. You're a smart guy. It's negative 2.5.
We go for like the whole hour.
Oh. Yeah, don't do that though. You're thinking good. Okay, but I switched some numbers so back because you're right, it should be a 3, 4, 5. So then this would be 16, this would be 13, this would be 11, this would be 8. No, it should be a 5.
I don't know any hour.
There's an issue there. Okay, did you guys stamp?
Yeah, she took it from us, remember?
Yeah, he's got point.
This golf actually wasn't
What do you get?
never played this golf. No, but we played it in gym and I thought it was gonna be bad. And then I got the second Jackson, what'd you get us this morning?
Get her done. Are we ready?
You're so
Okay. So, okay, we're going to go over, hey, welcome back. We're going to go over these problems. Okay, eyes up here. This one's a proportion, correct? So let's go over, so cross product should equal. So 3 times 4x minus 3 should equal 7 times x plus 1, correct? Now distribute the 3. You're going to get 12x minus 9. Don't forget the 3 times the negative 3 equals 7x plus 7. Move the 7x over. So now you get 5x minus 9 equals 7. Add the 9. So you get 5x equals 16. 5x equals 16. Now divide by 5. X equals 3.2. Or 3 1/5. Questions on that first one? How many people got that right? Woo, nice job. Okay, this one. Factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Thank you. I got to get it. The factors that give me negative 16. So, I see if I go 3 with the 6. Oops, let me do that in yellow. 3 with the 6. That will give me 18. And if I go 1 with the 2, that will give me 2. If I make the 18 negative, when I combine those two, there's negative 16. Okay, so that's what it's going to be. It's going to be x times 3x, so you see 3x squared. The 3 goes with the 6, and I want it to be negative 18x, so I make it negative 18x. The 1 goes with the 2, so the 2's got to go outside here, and I want that to be positive. That equals 0. So now I got it factored. Now I set those equal. X minus 6 equals 0, or I set them equal to 0. 3x plus 2 equals 0. Here, x equals 6. Here, subtract 2. 3x equals negative 2. Divide by 3. Please do as much of this work as you can in your head. So there's your two answers, negative 2 or 6. How many people got that? And yes, there's going to be one to factor on the test next week. Any questions? I'm going over number 5 for sure. Which other ones do I need to go over? 2? Yeah. I'll do 2A real quick also.
And 5.
Yep, we're going to hear 3 and 5. We good?
This is nice.
Okay, so let's go over 3 first. So number 3 or 2, you said, right? So 2, it's probability, so it's 1/2. Half the time I'm going to get heads, right? And if I get heads, I win $4. So I'm going to multiply that times 4. Plus the other half, when it's tails, I'm going to get -7, right? And that equals the expected value. If I multiply everything through by 2, you're going to get 2's will cancel out, get you 4. The 2's will cancel out, get you -7 equals 2e, right? Don't forget to multiply the e by 2. So this is -3 equals 2e. Divide by 2. E is -1.5. So you're going to lose $1.50 every time you play this game, on average. If you play this 8 times, so all you got to do is take 8 times the -1.5, and you will get -12. So you lose $12 in 8 tries.
I got 5.5.
Yeah. When you multiply by 2, that's your biggest mistake.
Yeah, the -7.
Because the 2's will cancel, give you 4, and the 2's will cancel here, give you -7.
Oh, lose it.
Okay? Okay, number 5, listen up, because it took me 3 times to get this one right. So my point is, don't feel bad if you got it wrong. But let's figure this out. So, but there's some really good things, because I'm going to have you to do some shaded region problems. There's one on the test. So first off, there's an assumption here that when you throw the dart, you're going to hit the square. Okay, that's a big assumption. My wife throws darts. Holy cow, I've seen her hit people way off to the side of the dart. Woo! So this is 12 inches. This is 12 inches. The assumption that she's going to hit that square is what you have to assume. So the area of the square, which is s squared, which is 12 squared, which is 144. So that's the total area, right? Now, if you hit the bullseye, you win. The diameter is 6 inches. So the first time I did, so the area of the circle is pi r squared. And here's the first time I did this problem. This is where I made my mistake. What's the radius? 3, and I put 6 in there. I put the diameter, okay? But it's 3, so this gives us 9 pi, which if you multiply that out, and I did do that. Oh, wrong. I did do that. That turns out to be 28.27. Okay? Those are the 2 key numbers we're going to use. Kind of. So this area here in square areas is 28.27. Okay? So the probability of winning is 28.27. That's the area. What's the total area? 144. Okay? And now, here is where I made my second mistake. And I didn't realize it till first on this morning when I was talking through it. What do you win if you hit the circle? I wrote down 75 cents. That's not correct. What's not correct about that? This is where it got tricky, I thought. You pay 40 cents to play the game. So if you play 40 cents and you win 75 cents, how much did you really win? Yeah, see, this is supposed to be, that's what's tricky. I won't try and trick you on the test. There'll be something more like number 4, not like number 5, okay? But I thought I'd challenge people, and I did a pretty good job. So it's 35 cents, okay? Now, plus, what's the probability of losing? What's that? In other words, how do I find this green area? This green area all in here. 144 minus 28.27, right? So I did that. That turns out to be 115.73. Divide that by 144. And if you, how much do you lose? 40 cents, right? Because you pay 40 cents. You pay 40 cents. So this is 0.40 equals the expected value. Whew. So nasty numbers now, isn't it? But not bad. I mean, you can do this. I'm going to multiply everything through by 144, right? Let's bust the fraction out of there. So the 144s will cancel out, and you get 28.27 times 0.35, and that's 9.89, rounded to the nearest cent. Here, the 144s will cancel out, and I take 115.73 times negative 40, and I get, here was another mistake I wrote down. I did 46.29. What's wrong with that answer? It's negative, and I forgot to make it negative. Whew! That makes a big difference. Equals, don't forget the 144e. Okay? Now, combine like terms. Negative 36.43 equals 144e. Let's divide by 144. And that's where I got e equaling negative 0.25. Yes?
Will there be anything like that in math?
Did I answer that question already?
No, you said about the
It'll be like 1
It'll be more like number 4. I'm not going to try and trick you on number 5.
like the two areas you're gonna minus.
Oh, that? Yeah, we're going to practice that.
What will be on the test?
It won't be an expected value, but there'll be a shaded region that you're going to have to find. Okay? Where you got to take two shapes and subtract them. That's it. Okay? We'll practice that next week. Okay? There's nothing on the test that you will not have been able to see to do. I want one person from your group to stand up and get the resource page, which is provided, yellow sheet, for everyone in your group. At home is provided on the lesson. You can print it off or you can write it down. Okay, also, if you're struggling with anything on this, this website right here, if you just copy and paste that into your website, is a video on how to find volume of 3D objects.
I've never been there, but my parents go there.
I go there
Oh, it's
like
so
once a month.
good.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're chocolate.
I go. We go to we
Okay. Shall we get started? Okay, so first off, again, if you struggle with this volume, there's a website I have to watch us. You just copy and paste this in, and it'll go over very shortly, so you don't necessarily have to watch the whole video. This goes over it in, 8 minutes and 37 seconds on how to find volume of prisms. Okay? So, first thing I got to talk to you about is what the heck is a prism? This is a prism. This is not. This is a pyramid.
Oh yeah, a cone is circular.
This is not a prism.
cylinder.
This is a prism. Okay? So, is this a prism?
No.
Absolutely yes. A prism has two bases that are exactly the same and faces that are at least rectangles, sometimes squares. So, this is considered an equilateral triangular prism. We name the prisms by their bases. Now, here's what blows students away. This is an equilateral triangular prism. This is still an equilateral triangular prism. Now the bases aren't on the bottom. They're on the sides. What's on the bottom here? A rectangle. But it can't be a rectangular prism because is there a rectangle on top? No. Okay? So sideways. We will study this on Tuesday. It's very similar to a prism, the cylinder. Okay? So, if you look on your formula sheet to find the volume of this shape, how much space goes inside? All we do is find the base area and multiply it times the height. That will tell you how much space is inside. Okay? So when you're doing your problems, you can see this V stands for volume. I use big B, and it says on there stands for base area. Okay? And then H stands for height. So, this is very similar to 8th grade, except now I couldn't wait to do this to you guys. This is a hexagonal prism. Okay, the bases are hexagon. We didn't do this in 8th grade. Okay, so this is what I want to see. I want to see this every single problem. V equals big B H. Okay? Big B stands for base area, capital B. So what is the base shape? We're doing this one. What is this base? Hexagon. So I'm going to write, I want to see this much written down. Area of hexagon. You can subscript it. Times H, the height of the prism. Okay? So now, before I go any further, I'm going to find the area of that hexagon. We've been doing this for the last 6 weeks. First thing you do, draw in the triangle. Right? So I got to find the area of that triangle, which is equal to base times height divided by 2. What is the base, right here it is, of that red triangle in there? 10, right? Because I know it's up above, and it's the exact same congruent one, so it's 10. So 10, what is the height of that triangle? They were really nice here. Is 8.7, right? See where I got 8.7 from? Divide that by 2. So if you take 10 times, so that's 87 divided by 2, the area of the triangle is 43.5. Okay? So now I'm ready to find the area of the hexagon. So let's do that. Area hexagon is equal to the area of triangle. We've done this forever, right? Times what? How many red triangles are there in the hexagon? 6. Do I know the area of the triangle? Heck yeah, that is 43.5 times 6. So I get, I think I did this work, 261. Okay, this turns out to be 261. So now I'm ready to find the volume. So now I go up here. The area of the hexagon is 261. I plug that in. What's the height of this prism? 10. Right here is this height. That's the height. So I multiply it times 10. So my final answer is 261 times 10, or 2,610. And this is not square boxes, but cubes that are inside. So this is cubic feet. So let me highlight this. This is my final answer. Does that make sense? I gotta see this every single time right here. I need to see this, 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 this. And you can do the other work off to the side. Okay? Now, I also want you to leave here with having your assignment done. Therefore, in order to get your assignment, you have to find the volume. Remember, I want to see those four things for these two shapes. Now, let's just name these shapes before we get started. What's the name of this first one? Is it isosceles?
Right.
Isn't it? Oh, no, it's a right triangle.
Right triangular
Prism.
prism. If you said triangular prism, that's fine too. Okay? Now, wait a second. The bottom is not a
Why?
trapezoid.
Because the bases are on the side.
Ah, yes, this is turned, right? The base is on its side. This is a trapezoidal prism. Please find the volume of these two. When everyone in your group gets the volume of these two, I will give you the assignment. There's numerous students who left class having the assignment already stamped off for tomorrow. I know you have a busy day today, okay, busy week, so I'm giving you opportunity to get your work done in class. Go. I'm coming. Do you have the four things I want? If I don't see V equals big BH and V equals the area of whatever that base is, hey, but you gotta show me what I want. Do you want to see my other one? Okay, so here, as you're working on these, and at home you can work on these, but here you can use this as these four things I want to see. Okay? Does that help you? Times 1/2. So I know your game plan is right. Yeah. But you should say area. What I want to see is area triangle. Just A. So it's not that hard. You can just see how I did it. A triangle. Just put A sub triangle. Okay, put a little triangle. I love.
Yeah,
your
it's
work.
right there.
If you can get everyone to do that in your group, you're ready. You got the right answer.
Yeah.
Make sure they're there. Okay? Well, you gotta get the same work too.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Label your answers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just did.
Come on, man.
This first yeah, that's right. Yep. What's the height of the prism? That's right. Yeah. Most of it doesn't matter. No. The height of the trapezoid is the height of the prism is 10, because it's on its side. You see that? So your area is right, so this is really easy.
No, I never found that.
Okay, we're done.
But I'll do it.
Okay, so what's the base? So this is okay.
It's already we've done
How hard is that? What did I take? No. Yeah, no,
That was nice. Can I write a trapezoid?
It's the volume, because think about the area is pretty square, and then I'm multiplying it by number, that's the height. So, what's literally first, volume is always Hey, volume is always Q, okay? And it's not that much. Okay, I'm gonna be a stickler about this. You write that down, and then it's not that much to say area of triangle times height. If you don't write that down, I ain't giving you credit. I'm not giving you the assignment. I'm gonna be stubborn.
I wrote it down. Can you put it square or?
There. I did it for you. Can you copy?
Because it's a huge difference.
Who's ready for me?
No, but you get the area that you want. How do you know that's the
You got them straightened out. You got okay. I got it tomorrow.
Because you don't have to divide it by two. Same thing.
Except you got
So then it's 20 plus.
the second answer wrong.
Yeah.
What is the height of the prism? No, here's the little thing. Because you did this, I can see immediately where you made a mistake. No, that's the height of the trapezoid. What's the height of the prism? No. Remember, it's on its side. It's 10. But it's so easy when you run it like that, like, oh, I know exactly what you did wrong. And it takes 2 seconds to fix it, right?
Wait, I did that.
Y'all got it? Looking at it? You got 36, didn't you?
What's the area of the trapezoid? Can you give that?
That's 4. That's 4. The height of the trapezoid is 4. Right? The height of the prism. Get it? Okay, here.
The volume is how much space is inside of this. The area is.
So imagine that trapezoid is this triangle, right? So no problems here. This problem is here. So this is the trapezoid, this is the trapezoid, this is the 10.
No, but I need to highlight the other side.
No.
My name is Prism.
Where is, what's the height of the prism now?
See how right
Doesn't
here
change,
is?
does it?
That's the
Because
area,
it's engaged.
the whole thing.
It's the distance between the two faces. Can you see that?
Good evening.
I'm not trying to.
Good humor. I love that flag.
Okay.
Which number do you pick for the height? Is it 10 or
Yeah, you got it now? Oh, yeah, okay. Where you got? What's wrong? Right? What's the area triangle? 8 times 9. Okay, and then you find, once you find the area triangle, then you're gonna multiply it times the height of the prism. You guys ready now?
Oh, you got, yeah. You guys.
You guys ready for me?
We're like divided on the answer for this.
What's that?
We're divided on the answer for this.
The area of the trapezoid is B1 plus B2, right? Times height divided by 2, right? Give it straight on that. Well, it says sideways one. The height of the prism is the hard part. Yes. The height is not what's the hypotenuse. So on this one, the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2, and h is, and then times the height of the prism, so I can call h1, h2. So the base of this triangle is 6 times 8 divided by 2 times 12, which gives you 288 cubic feet. This one, Arlen, when you look up area trapezoid, the formula it gives you is 1/2 V1 plus V2, okay, times H times the height of the prism. So I'm going to subscript this as H1, H2. Okay? So now I'm going to look. So this is base here, and now if this is 11, this is 11. So it's going to be 1/2 7 plus 11 times the height of this trapezoid, which is right here, which for right now is 4, times the height of the prism, which is really difficult because it's on a side. This is trapezoid. It is 10. If you do all that work, you're going to come out with 360 cubic feet. What? I don't have the answer.
I can't, wait, that's just a question. I can't use it.
It gives you the same, it gives you the same answer more than, no matter what, so. Yes, it does.
When you were in 6th grade, you learned how to find the volume of
I
a
was
shape.
talking about.
Length times width times height. 7? So it'll just be 14 times 5 times height.
No matter which one you use.
Well, big BH still works too, does it? Because length times width is the base area. Did that make sense what I just put up there? Where did I lose? Okay, so the area triangle is based on big triangle, right? So now this triangle is 6 times 5.
I gotta change it.
And then the height of this is 24 times 12. Every 2 more.
I'm actually sure.
Now this one, this one's a whole different area because the base is actually on this side.
What's the one on the left?
No, like.
Area equals. And, volume is, what is 1.1 times?
I got 1,000.
It's sitting on the side. This is the trapezoid.
And because one year I was I probably didn't hear that.
And then
It's in another year, so they don't, we can't do. You don't get to it today, right?
Oh, because it was in the TikTok.
1 year they.
Alright, where we going?
that was hard.
So like, yeah, that first one.
Actually, is the height too?
Well, I gotta choose tomorrow.
It will be.
Did everyone get today's assignment? I think we're ready to work, right? Okay. Now, tomorrow. I did this all on Sunday because I knew I would not have any prep time. during this week. No. Oh, okay. Now I want you to check your answers. Go to canvas for me.
For the one.
Can you find my lesson in canvas? Okay, bring it up. Here is what we're doing tomorrow. Okay. I don't do that homework for you. Here's
Oh, I know.
here's two speakers.
Wait.
It's the same thing problems with finding the surface area.
Wait.
So I explain how to do it. There's the explanation. I'll do it.
Thing.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
And there's a bit of
Yeah, like all this stuff is like probably that.
well, this was a lot on the test.
Number 5 is.
Guess what? I'm
pretty
just
easy.
really
Okay, so now scroll over here last time.
Oh.
Okay, what'd you get for check number
No,
four?
the high, the.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, I don't think I would have said that. Well, it's okay if it's wrong.
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
I think it's like 12.
If I'm doing it, I'm gonna have
We're
it.
gonna use 12.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Give me the other one we gotta use.
I got 2.
Is number 4 the one you did on the board?
Get this is too hard. Yes, it is.
Is it? It's exactly the same.
Good one, Mr. Cohen.
It's not big.
Yes.
Oh, I got that.
I wish the test was like just on random review. We got some.
Wait, number 5 is mine. It's my turn.
Hey, come on, let's get this done now. I wanna see B. Let's see B. I don't see B. Any one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Not that you're.
man.
What's the
Well,
name?
cube is just a square.
Yeah, plenty of other things.
We just did it.
Okay.
Bring me my.
Hey, you got it
Oh,
right?
7's 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring me my.
Make sure that you answer all these questions. Let's get that.
Hey, Mr. Taylor,
You get B equals? Okay, now.
Sorry, I just thought of something that's really funny, and now I have to share it with you.
because.
Sure.
Arlen
Arlen
said-
said-
No.
I will. I want to explore you like that, right? I want to explore you like that. How many people do you think know? Or a little? Or a little?
What is his last name?
Last name's Sangster. No one knows what you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
The thing you told us.
Oh, the very bottom. Oh, yeah, but this time, you know how much time it took me to
Like, I'm not
make that sheet out?
That's so messed up.
Okay, so this one, like, rapid.
I got all the right. Yeah, short.
Did you?
I think I was talking about. If you ever work around with the feet, like.
So now, what I want you to do next is go to Delta 31 and start working on
I
that.
got them all.
Can I just go?
Did you check
You
your
get
answers?
4,600.
Yeah, we got the same answer. Yeah.
Okay, well, I got one of them wrong, but I know how to fix
Wait,
it.
what delta?
31.
It wasn't on the thing.
It's in there. It's Fridays.
Mr. Brennan, you didn't stamp
Oh, I
mine.
did? I'm sorry.
Okay,
Did
forget it.
you check your answers? You know, I'll go to my lesson. Go to Canvas. Okay, it is lesson 914.
Okay, you guys got them right. Cool. Or just don't worry.
And scroll to the very bottom.
Good, yes, don't worry.
Oh, yeah, it's getting like that.
White.
Here. Finish my expected value backside. Okay, now I want you to check your answers. So go to my lesson. Did you? So this is working out really good. Okay, so people at home, work on this, work on the assignment, and there's the assignment. When you're all done with the assignment, check your answers on the last one. It's right there. There's all the work that you need to see. Okay? Hopefully you do well on this.